On September 11th at 8:30 in the morning, I was on my way home.
Job came over the radio, over the PA system of a plane to the World Trade Center.
An airplane to the World Trade Center Central.
I was a police officer assigned to the Emergency Service Unit, Truck 1 of the police department.
I was assigned to Emergency Service, Squad 1 in Manhattan.
Respond to this location.
It was probably as close to hell as you could be in without actually dying.
We made a turn and we saw Truck 9 from the Queens unit burning. It's something you don't normally see on the streets of New York.
We had a good plan, and then the South Tower collapsed.
By coordinating things that day.
Truck 1 Central. Truck 1. I need to coordinate what the history units I have on the scene.
He literally saved dozens of lives, if not more.
And then it was later in the evening.
We were told about two Port Authority two police officers who was trapped in the center of the pile.
So we focused on that.
I told my wife that I loved her, and I told my kids that I loved them, and I apologized to myself for getting myself killed, because I didn't think we were ever getting out of there.
When I had gotten up there, Scott had just gone in.
We were in a pile of rubble that was still shifting. It was on fire, and things were starting to still shift and collapse on us.
My name is Patrick McGee. I'm a retired member of the Emergency Service Unit.
There was a Marine in that hole, and Patty McGee.
Went in to help Scott out.
And former paramedic Chuck Sharika came in.
Will was trapped under a cinder block wall.
And to get to Will, we had to climb through these openings that are incredibly small. We're squeezing through, and the metal, the I-beams, is burning hot.
Scott was removing piece by piece.
Literally claw away at the rubble around him and pass the rubble down to Patty, and Patty would throw it down this elevator shaft.
We had been told several times by supervisors to get out, it's about to collapse.
That we hear somebody else in the hole.
And that's when I heard John call out.
And he asked us how we're doing. I said, "Who's that?" And Will says, "That's my partner." We knew him. I said, "Sarge, you all right?" He says, "Yeah, I'm doing okay. You get to Will, get Will out. Then you can focus on me."
When we finally got Will free, we had a Stokes basket to put him in.
And we dragged Will out.
2.5 to 3 hours until we were finally able to get Will freed from the rubble.
And Scott was pretty beat. And he looked at me and he said, "Kenny, it's Don McLaughlin, you gotta get him out."
I crawled back into the hole. I said, "John, listen, I'm shot, I'm done. I can't physically help you anymore."
It's one thing to rescue or to be involved in a rescue of somebody you don't know. It changes tremendously when you know that person.
There's a fresh team coming in. They'll get you out.
And I think about 7:30 the next morning when they got John out.
And to survive 210-story buildings collapsing on you when you were in the basement and survive is a miracle.
And we continued to look and search for weeks and weeks and weeks.
It's hard.
And we weren't finding anybody alive.
The challenge was great, but I think everybody there, rose to that challenge.
How often do you think about that day?
It's probably easy to say, how often don't you think about it?
I got 15 extra years.
I'm still here. I wish they were all here, but they're not.
People are like, "You're a hero." I worked with heroes. I'm not a hero, but I worked with heroes. And there's plenty in this building. There's plenty wearing a blue uniform all over the city.